And that's the way we're kicking off Send-In Sunday this week. The joy of landing your first ever forward loop. Michael Loudest over in Pozo. What a feeling. If you've ever landed your first forward loop, if you've ever done a forward loop, you will remember the first one. I love the bit where he's making sure he gets back on. He water starts up and then the noise comes. And then you think it's over, but he looks around. Did anyone see? Did anybody see? I absolutely love it. And that is why, whether you're learning a forward loop, a body drag, a duck jibe, a carb jibe, a water start, just going through that progression and learning moves feels so good. But I have to say, the forward loop is definitely at the top. And how can you learn a forward loop for the first time? Well, there's plenty of ways. You can look online, look at videos, you can go and bust your balls doing it your own way, or you can book yourself on a clinic. And this is what this next guy did. This is Mark, and he is on a Joseph Pons clinic over in Pozo again. And this is his third effort. Yeah, it's not easy. It's not easy. But what I will say with that attempt, it looks good. Now, there'll be other people going, what do you mean it looks good? He nearly bloody hit the mast. But just the technique, he's got his board off the wind, his sails across. If you pause that there, that is perfect position. Perfect position. He just lacked the commitment to, he's got his hand back and throwing the rig forward and twisting that top half of his body. If his top half of his body starts twisting, looks over his shoulder, looks down, but moves the top half of his body round, the board is already gone. The problem is, a bit of fear kicked in. It's his third attempt. It's windy. So the fear kicks in, he stiffens up, and actually the board comes back. So it's already half rotated, but actually it comes back, and then he looks forward, which is always the death move. You look forward, you go where you look. And that's what went wrong there. Yes, but I have heard on good authority the next day he nearly landed one. No evidence, so it doesn't count. But we're going to watch this space, Mark. When you get one on film, send it in. Definitely send it in. So we're obviously talking about Pozo. I'm booking my ticket. I think I'm leaving Thursday. I heard Victor Fernandez getting there on the 23rd, which I think might be Thursday as well. So the guys and the girls are turning up. Who is ripping? Who is there? It's the usual suspects. Check out this from Marsilio Brown. Yeah, doubles on the way in. Apparently it's been cranking, but it's not been usual Pozo. There's been Kalima in the air. It's a bit like what we've got here in Portugal. We've actually had a pretty terrible season here in Portugal compared to last year. And I heard Pozo obviously still windy, but not its usual kind of feeling, bit like a Kalima in the air. I heard they actually got Kalima in the UK as well. So the Kalima's everywhere. But like I say, the guys and the girls have turned up. Brown busting out doubles. That obviously double on the way in. We know Ricardo is already there. And I saw on Facebook, he said he'd had one of his nastiest crashes he's had for a while. Ooh, yeah, a bit of a back slapper. Bit of a back slapper. When you do a stalled double, that back slap hurts. When you do a little forward, anyone who's learned to forward, the guys earlier in the show, they will know what a back slap feels like. You can it tingles a little bit and you can work it off. With a stalled double, I'd say it's a bit more painful. We've also seen Philip Costa. I have never seen so many videos from Philip Costa as of recently. So I don't know if someone's given him a kick up the ass. I don't know if someone's bought him a new camera. I don't know, but he is motivated and I've seen some big moves being thrown down. But what I did like is this backside three. But it's a backside three with a little difference. Yes, look at that. It's pretty cool, man. It goes right up into the section, just over sheets, and then cranks it round. Exactly the same, but different. What do you think of that? Let me know in the comments below. I think it's pretty cool. We got to talk about the women. I heard Justina Shinadi is there. Obviously, after the last performance, which was a few years ago when we were competing in Pozo, she was right up there. So she'll have high hopes. But I have heard she's changing sponsors. Was on Nash, and we are waiting for an update. Who will it be? Answers on a postcard. I've got my suspicions, but let's wait and see. But I've got to talk about this ripper. This is Pauline Katz. Check her out. She has been around the world, and she has been sailing everywhere. I was in Australia a fair few years ago. Now she was there. Pozo, she was there. Cape Town, she was there. She was pushing. She was asking about clinics. I think she's been booking on with Dr. Windsurf, or whatever his name is. The caddy also for Philip Costa. He's got some skills. He's been teaching a few of the ladies, and they have been getting better. But she has definitely gone up a level. I've seen stall forwards. I've seen back loops. In this video, she's been nailing back loops. She says it's addictive. And if anyone out there has ever landed a back loop, you will know the feeling. It's such a cool feeling. But she's ripping. Got some good wave rides. Even seen in the comments next to her, a couple of high-profile women, Dido Moreno, passing on, ripping, on fire. These sort of comments. Wait and see when Pozo kicks off how she gets on. So a little quick update. I have heard, there's other guys turned up. Mark Parray, I've got to mention Mark Parray. He's been injured. He missed Cape Verde. So he is like chomping at the bit to prove himself. The problem is he was chomping a bit too much, because I heard he landed a stall double, but he hyperextended his knee on a normal double. So he's off the water at the moment. Everything seems good. He's had it checked out. No ligament damage or anything like that, but he's got a bit of a sprain. So he's off games at the moment. So watch this space. If you have been following Instagram, you'll know. I think there's some sort of a little hookup with Reebok aftershave. Oh, yes. He's pretty cool. I think he fits the advert pretty well. The thing I liked about the advert, though, was the freestyle he was doing on his waveboard. If you're into freestyle, you will know he's busting out some moves there. Yeah, know what I mean? So support him. If you see one of those little cheesy adverts on Instagram and Facebook, give it a like. We need to encourage the outside sponsors into our industry. It definitely helps. Right, we talked about the F2 board giveaway last week. We are doing exactly the same thing this week, and I'm going to take some names out, and we're going to do this competition with a few of you. So if you want another chance to get your name in the hat, if you entered last week, you can enter again this week in the comments below. If you remember, a member means you supported the channel, which these legends have done. Yes, these legends did it this week, so they can enter the competition with a clear conscience that they've supported the channel, and now they actually get benefit of entering these competitions. So if you remember, supported the channel, all you have to do in the comments below is put which F2 board you want to win. It's as simple as that. Put member if you remember, just helps, just so I know you know what you're doing. And then we will pick them out next week, and I'll do sort of like what's in the box, and I'll be giving away a few prizes. Anyway, more on that later. If you're not a member of Windsurfing.TV, you can actually enter the Instagram competition as well. You can also do that if you're a member, so you get 2 chances. But the non-members, there is a chance on Instagram. There's a post on the F2 Windsurf Instagram page. It's the same one as on the Windsurfing.TV Instagram page. Same deal, but you've got to tag 3 friends and a few things. Everything's explained in the post. It's a cool prize, so I know a few of you go, oh God, Ben, stop going on about it. But it's such a cool prize. They're giving away 2 boards, a custom board and a production board. So I think it's well worth bigging up, and a massive thanks to F2 for that. Right, on to the body drag submissions. This is another competition. You can win an O'Neill wetsuit because they're supporting this little feature. It just needs you guys at home to send in your body drags, and we've had a few. I think we're going to kick off with the young fella Bjorn. Yeah, now Bjorn sent me a submission, I think in episode 120, so a couple of episodes ago. Oh, his dad did, Christian. Looked really good, I've got to say, looked really good, but his arms are a bit extended. I kind of mentioned on the show, maybe just bend your arms a little bit. His dad said he was so keen after seeing the videos going, Dad, can we go? He said there was a thunderstorm coming. It looked like a bit of wind, so they went. His dad got the camera out and he managed to try one before the wind dropped. How did he get on? Let's have a look. Yes, the quick dip. I love it, Bjorn. And you see the tips? Arms are bent, nipples or chin near the boom. You're a good listener. You're a good listener, Bjorn. And a little bit upwind as well before you came in. Everything ticks the box. A little quick dip. You're going to gain from there and you're going to be doing the longer ones before you know it. I just know we're going to be following this guy through this summer season and those body drags are getting pretty tasty. Could he have an O'Neill wetsuit? You never know. The end of this body drag competition for June is obviously up at the end of June. So you still got a chance to send in your clips. You can send them to Windsurfing.TV with all your other clips. You know, they all can be sent to the same one. So we've got to thank the sponsors. TheMailingRoom.com, yes, they're still supporting Send It Sunday. So big up to Bjorn for sending that in. We also got sent this from Bruno. Yeah, Bruno knows what he's doing. Check out the flex on the bicep. Yeah, Bruno's got some good body drag skills there. Like I said, all those tips I've mentioned before, watch Bruno's body drag. You can see them all in action. Okay, so next up, we've got Michael Clay. And he sent me a few in. So firstly, we're going to kick off with this one. Yeah, pretty solid setup, but just can't get back on. And everything looks good. So I'm looking at this one. I'm thinking, yes, this guy has got the skills. Just needs to let himself get pulled up a little bit more. He does that in the next one. Yes, yes, the old body drag into forward loop. That is a beauty, Michael. I would say, though, for people wanting to practice the forward loop, you can sheet in a bit more with your backhand. When you feel yourself going over the front, if you sheet out, you'll stop the rotation and then it can get painful. You just sheeted in enough, but a little bit more, you can actually go right the way around, but solid effort on the front loop. But he's also got one more. And check out this thing. Yeah, this is the body bounce. And he bounces right back up. Full plane in. Yeah, I think I heard a little shriek. I think that's a claimer. You know it's a claimer when that noise comes out your mouth. Now, I'm going to give you a bit of background behind Michael. How long do you think he's been sailing? Well, I'll tell you. 2 years. Yeah, he's over in Georgia, I think, in the USA. He said 2 years ago, or whenever it was, you know, he's allowed to work remotely because of COVID and everything. So he thought, right, I'm moving to the beach. He moved to the beach. He found windsurfing. So I guess that means he took up windsurfing 2 years ago, which is epic. And he says now he is totally obsessed. Totally obsessed. He says, Ben, I blame you and the channel for all the motivation as well. So really good to see that, you know, people have turned the whole COVID thing into just such a good thing for them, because it has had obviously negative effects on some people, but on others it could change your life. And if you've just took up windsurfing because of it, man, that is absolutely epic, because I know how addictive windsurfing is. It's terrible, but we love it. We absolutely love it, and a solid effort. I think we should have a look at that body drag again. Yeah, pretty sweet, man. Pretty sweet. Okay, we're going to keep it in the US of A. And we're going down to Florida, though. So Florida, if you don't know, they have gators. Yeah, gators. Alligators. The things that look like crocodiles. I would have thought that's not a good recipe for a windsurfing spot. Now, this next guy, Bill, sent me this little video of him cruising around on his formula board. Yeah, so most people, we've been talking about foiling recently, but the formula board is still a useful tool. It gets going in light winds, but you have to have a pretty big fin on it. When you've got a big fin on it and you've got a bit of wind, it can get a little bit of air under the board and you've got to keep control. Can Bill do it though? Are you ready for the bucking bronco ride? He manages to keep it down. Why? Well, probably because there's bloody alligators in the water. You don't want to go in. You will try everything to stay on board. So cheers to Bill for sending that in. I look forward to seeing some. He did say there was actually another video where he absolutely hit the deck. I'd just be so scared of just reviewing the footage and seeing some alligator in the background or something. No. So the same thing happens like we've seen on the fin can happen on the foil, and it's the same in this next clip. So I got sent this, and this is from Croatia in Split, and this is our mate Luca trying to keep control of his IQ foil. Yeah, just couldn't keep it down. You can see it's just hovering out the water. He's bending his legs, and in the end you have to go with it. That is a really good top tip actually, when you're on a foil. If you keep hold of the boom, the foil can't get you. Is that true? Has anyone been had by the foil when they're holding the boom? Usually the danger happens when you let go. Again, that's just the things I've been told. That is just the things I have been told. Okay, we have got next up the feature, which is taking over Windsurfing.TV. It is, of course, Surfwagens, ja. Surfwagens, ja. Yes, the Surfwagens are back this week. We've got a couple for you and a couple of classics. So like I said, we've had a few clips from the USA this week. Well, we thought the Surfwagen this week should be from the USA, and I had Dean send me this in with the caption, "American muscle plus windsurfing equals awesome." I would agree. That is just such a sick setup. That is a beauty. I don't think you'd get much other kit in there or any other people, but like your style, Dean. Like your style, mate. And next up, we've got another Dean who sent us the classic of all classics. Now, anyone who has been going to the Canaries for a long time, let's say the 90s, you will know this car. You will have probably wrecked one of these cars. You will have loaded this car to the hilt. Which car is it? Well, it is, of course, the Fiat Panda. Yeah, obviously, this is Gran Canaria. About 20 years ago, like I said, a lot of Brits will have memories of the Fiat Panda and other stories which we probably shouldn't mention on here, especially to the hire car companies, but they were just absolute classic holiday cars, loaded to the hill. Club Mistral on the side. Absolutely loving it. So there you go. That is it for this week's show. There's only one thing left to say.
I just want to get more away!
Maybe tomorrow?
No! I want to get more away now!
Party, party. I want to catch more waves. Yes, that could be a new feature. Watch this space. All right, that's it. See you for the next one.